You can't keep us from Andy. We're going home no matter what. And taking Buzz.
Xehanort, you're so caught up in finding the shadows, you forgot about the light that cast them.
No.
Woody, now!
Giddy up, partner. We gotta get this wagon train a-moving.
Woody. Wait, how did I get here?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody switched you into dark and stormy mode.
But I don't have a... Thank you, Woody.
Good to have you back, Buzz.
Huh?
We can't hold him much longer!
Don't give up, guys!
So, even empty puppets can be given strong hearts. I am going to have to remember that.
Remember this, our hearts will always be connected to Andy's. No matter what you do.
And that's something you'll never understand. Because you're hollower than any toy.
But now I know a heart can be placed in the vessel of our choosing. For that, let me give you a parting gift to play with.
Wait!
Find the heart's joint to yours.
There!
Careful!
Whoa!
Here goes.
Okay, what? But anyway, yeah, Xehanort. That's young Xehanort from the past. You remember in Dream Drop Distance when they introduced time travel? Young Xehanort was in that game. Ansem the Wise, or not Ansem the Wise, Ansem the Seeker of Darkness, Xehanort's Nobody, or Heartless, rather, time traveled. The reason why he was able to do so is because Xehanort's the old man turned himself into a Heartless willingly to allow him to time travel, because only the heart can time travel. He went back into the past to give his young self instructions and a bunch of other shit, so he basically went to go recruit him to become one of the 13 members of Xehanort's. Technically, you first see him in Birth by Sleep right in the beginning on Destiny Island. Fun, because interesting enough, young Xehanort is from Destiny Island.
That was close.
And then you actually encounter and see him in Dream Drop Distance, where they explain how he came about and why he's in the future. He's also in... If you watch the introduction of this game, you actually see young Xehanort and young Eraqus from Birth by Sleep having a chess match talking about the Keyblade War. When they were younger. You get to see young Eraqus as well. I know there was issues with my first few episodes streaming this because I had a lot of static going on, and then during a boss fight in Olympus, my commentary was muted, and then last episode towards the end had some mute audio, but feel free to check out my other videos. They're on YouTube if you want to watch. They'll be on Twitch soon. A couple of them are already highlighted, so they're already on Twitch and permanently. A few of them will be on soon. They just gotta be. They'll be scheduled. I have them scheduled, but they're not gonna be playing probably around the time that I scheduled them for, because I'm currently playing. But feel free to check them out on YouTube or Twitch. I'm also currently playing through Recoded, but I stopped. I haven't played it in a few days because I stayed up all night trying to beat that game, and fuck, it was longer than it needed to fucking be. Got to Roxas, and I was like, fuck off. And that game is more important than I gave it credit for. At first, I just thought it was not as important because I only heard that there was like a few scenes that actually mattered. And it does matter more than I originally was giving it credit for, even with those two scenes, because they literally reference it now. Considering that game is Recoded canonically released in America only, well, oh, not only, but like the original Coded didn't release here. It was a Japanese phone game originally. So our original canonical release came out a little later, because originally it was, I think, before Birth by Sleep's canonical release. So otherwise I would have played it earlier than release date order if that was the case, but I played it when it canonically released here in the States, which is why it's later. Because it's after Birth by Sleep, when technically it's a lot before that. But yes, Coded is not as good as I was hoping it'd be. It's actually very bad. It has moments where it changes gameplay mechanics. It basically has different elements from other video games, and it's not fun. In fact, I think it's the worst game out of all of them, including 358, which is not aged well at all.
So Xehanort got away again.
Yeah, he's a big chicken.
I'm sorry.
What?
I wanted to get you back to the real world.
It does seem that we're trapped here.
We'll never get home.
Yeah, stuck like pigs.
Our position appears fixed.
Oh no!
A shame we'll have to stay a little longer with our new best friends.
Huh? After all the adventures we've had, we're not quite ready to say so long.
You guys.
I'm sorry that I was being so stubborn. Please forgive me.
Hey, you were just looking out for your friends. No biggie.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the sensible one.
Huh?
Especially since Woody's always getting in trouble.
Gosh, that sounds a little like Sora, don't it?
Huh?
Yeah, and I'm the dependable one.
Like Buzz. Kinda.
Besides, if we do go back to the real world, we'll never see you again, right?
Oh. But what about Andy? You care about him so much. Oh.
And he's still right here with us.
Whoa.
If we follow our hearts, we'll find him again.
Yeah.
So, Sora, are you going after the guy in the black coat?
Something tells me we can't join you on that mission.
That's okay, because you become part of our hearts.
Oh.
So let us become a part of yours.
Thank you.
Now, off you go. To infinity and beyond!
Not really. There's the transform state similar to Birth by Sleep in this, in a way. When you attack enough, your character will get a triangle command to do a final form or whatever. Your Keyblade essentially transforms, or you transform into something, giving you greater power. It depends on your Keyblade. A Keyblade can transform into basically guns that shoot magic. You get anti-Sora form, which is back in this. I'll show you.
Sora, what about the power of waiting?
You had to remind me?
Well, gosh, we just want to help keep you motivated.
I was thinking about Roxas. He's trapped here in my heart. But he needs a body to be himself again.
Well, don't worry. Yenzo's working on a way to get him free. I'll bet you he's got the perfect body all lined up.
You've got the gummy phone, Sora. Why don't you try giving him a call?
I guess so. Yeah, why not?
Oh, hiya, Sora.
Your Majesty!
Hey, what? Wrong number?
No, Rico and I are visiting Radiant Garden. Actually, we were just about to call you guys, but it looks like you beat us to the punch.
Sora, is something wrong?
I wanted to pick your brain. In order for us to recomplete Roxas, he needs a body, right?
Yeah, to put his heart in.
Huh? Replicas.
Huh?
Well, replicas are basically human.
What?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't remember. The previous Organization 13 developed replicas, realistic vessels to place hearts in. They're so real, in fact, that you'd actually mistake them for people. And with hearts, the replicas will become people.
Cool. But if we get our hands on a replica, will Roxas look like himself when he's recompleted?
Yup. The replica takes the form of the heart inside it.
That's perfect!
I'll talk to Ienzo. He was in the organization back then, so he might know more.
Great. Thanks. Wait. Do you guys think they're after replicas too?
Nope, they definitely said a black box.
Who's that?
The organization and Maleficent. Oh.
I guess we forgot to mention it.
Huh? It's okay. But there's something you guys should know about one of their members.
Huh?
So let the rest of us worry about Roxas and Naminé for now. You journey on and keep an eye out for Terra.
Yes, Your Majesty!
Stop that!
They don't change, do they?
Nope, that's their best quality.
Well, we gave Merlin the vestments for Kairi and Axel. Let's go stop by Ansem the Wise's study.
Right.
Eventually. As of right now, I haven't met Terra. I mean, The closest thing to Terra right now would be Old Man Xehanort, but they did mention earlier about Xehanort having taken over Terra's body back in Birth by Sleep. Because Mickey was explaining that to Riku. Mickey was explaining why when Xehanort fell in Birth by Sleep, he took over Terra's body. Aqua saved him. She went to the depths of darkness. He became Ansem the Wise's student. And then shortly after that, he gave up his heart to the darkness, created Ansem, the same guy that was at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. And then eventually Xemnas came about. He also explained why they look young instead of old. It's because Xehanort fell to darkness while inhabiting Terra's body. So technically it may be Xehanort's heartless nobody, but it is also a part of Terra as well. The one thing that bothers me is why does young Xehanort look more like... Because I had a couple theories. Young Xehanort looks like Terra because of the hair. It bothers me because I don't know. Because if you look at Xemnas and if you look at Ansem, they also look like Terra for reasons, because it was Terra's body that technically is what they're based off of, even though it's Old Man Xehanort's heart that fell in darkness. Technically, Terra's heart is still in that body too, so it might be a mixture of both of them. But why does old Xehanort look like that? I don't know. My theory originally before this game came out was that seeing as Xehanort can inhabit other bodies, he might have not, the old man form might not be his original body. He might have switched with someone else, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Kingdom Hearts confuses me a lot, and I thought I knew a lot from the original games, and it still seems to be a lot that I need to learn. Also, the gummy routes in this, amazing. I actually like them a lot. Better than 2, and 2 had really good gummy system. Complete gummy missions to obtain value by reviewing your missions. I already know this. So we've been to Twilight Town, we've been to Hercules, Olympus Coliseum. On to the next world. So we got kind of like, yeah, it's basically Orochimaru. Except Orochimaru can only really hold on to a body for a few years before it starts to reject him. Which is why when he was trying to get Sasuke during the end of Naruto, he failed because it took him too long. And he only has about 3 years beforehand, which is why he was going after Sasuke again at the start of Shippuden. That's the difference. Xehanort doesn't seem to have much of a time limit, aside from old age, possibly. Or that if, unless the person he's inhabiting's heart tends to break free of his control. Which is why at the end of Birth by Sleep he lost his memory before he took under Ansem's tutelage. It's because Xehanort's heart was kind of rejecting him, causing him to have amnesia, apparently. But yeah, it's basically Orochimaru. So wait till you see this shit. Because there's some fun things that you could do in the gummy routes. You get little, like, there's these golden orbs in the gummy routes that you line up these little, it's like a little puzzle. You line up the different pieces or whatever by shooting it, and it gives you a treasure. It gives you treasure and shit. These little things right here are like waypoints. Once you activate them, you can warp from them. Or basically, they're like send-off points. You can embark from there. Minus the snake form and powers. Oh, I would be... That'd be crazy! Also, I am flying in a giant stag beetle. Yeah, minus the snake powers and weird ninja abilities. But that is way of Xehanort staying alive, otherwise he'd be long dead, because he was already old in Birth by Sleep. He would have been long dead by that point, if he never took over bodies. Here's the gummy route in this game. So from what you're seeing right now is I'm frozen in place until I start to move. So I can go anywhere. You can literally stay in this as long as you want. You're not forced down one path. You could just go around collecting shit all day. And Heartless, you battle them, you go into a battle with Heartlesses. You don't actually see them on the map. You don't actually see Heartless in the area. This is how you battle Heartless now. It's kind of like, this kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 2's Gummy Route battle system with the Heartless, where they just come out in big droves, but you don't battle them in the open no more. You have to initiate a fight with them. And then this is how you're rewarded gummy parts and things. Depending on your score. Again, just like Kingdom Hearts 2. But unlike Kingdom Hearts 2, Heartless actually have a level and a rank. And so does your gummy ship. So don't go getting crazy and battling high-level Heartless. And gummy editing is back. You can buy gummy parts. You can buy gummy ships. Where's more? There we are. Ow. I got a B rank on that. Egg. I'm loving this new gummy system. It's great. I got a bad rank on that. Alright. So, you can also look at the map, and you could set a way marker. There's little speed boosts. There are some random enemies, like these turrets. But other than that, that's about it. You don't find Heartless throughout the map anymore. You can also take pictures here. And this is probably the coolest thing. This stream here. If I can... So here we see the part... Here we see the thing you can activate to start your ascent from. So if you go up and get close to this, it'll activate it, and then you can start your flight from there. Or you could just start from the last place you were at. Yeah, you can take pictures.
Let's see.
Yeah, there's a camera in this game. Because Square Enix was busy playing some Dead Rising and Spider-Man. The whole camera thing is no different than both Spider-Man and Dead Rising 4. Because you could do selfie mode. You literally have Sora do faces and shit. Only 2 so far. It doesn't have a lot of different actions, but there's Mickey emblems throughout the game. Basically, Dead Rising's or Kingdom Hearts' version of Dead Rising's PP stickers that you can collect. And then there's missions for the Moogle who'll ask you to take pictures of certain things. And you'll get items for it too. So literally the first picture you take in Twilight Town is literally worth an AP boost. Really nice. Also, the best part is you could switch between Keyblades on the fly. Ah, I forgot about 15, only because I haven't played it. I don't know about 15, I haven't played it. Also, Twitter. Don't forget about the Kingdom Hearts Twitter. That's your load screen now. Hashtag it begins. Hashtag Donald. Hashtag Goofy. Hashtag pint and a half. Ah, long ass load screens. Me and the other two have pints on a new adventure. Oh boy, let's see how this world goes. I've been looking forward to it.
Go outside.
The outside world is a dangerous place. You must stay here where you're safe. Do you understand, Flower?
Those lights appear every year on my birthday. Only on my birthday. And I can't help but feel like they're meant for me. I need to see them. And not just from my window. In person. I have to know what they are.
It sure is a pretty day.
Yeah, the weather is great. It'd be perfect for a picnic.
Why do you think we came here?
Got me, Donald.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Okay.
I'm sure we were brought to this world for some good reason, but can't we sweat it later?
Fine with me, as long as there's no harvest.
Make way! Make way! Make way!
Heartless! You see, soon as you mention them, they show up.
There goes our picnic.
I didn't do it.
It's okay. Let's send these guys packing.
Say, since you three seem to know what you're doing, mind if I leave this one to you?
Yep. We'll take care of them. Go on, skedaddle.
You have my thanks. Whew. The horse was enough. Don't need any monsters on my trail.
What was enough?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Name's Flynn, Flynn Rider. Oh, watch out. They look mad. Slowly. Out of here!
Huh. Ah, Rapunzel. Good old Tangled. Alright, so watch this. Second form. Basically, nothing really changes except my damage increase. But basically, it's Birth by Sleep's system. And my character starts to do crazy finishers. Also, shot locking is a thing. Slow motion's a thing. Whoops. I can even summon your first Dream Eater. It's a summon now. Woo!
Huh? Where'd Flynn go?
He's skedaddled.
I think I saw him go that away.
Huh? But that away is just a dead end.
Yeah, that's puzzling.
Well, did he?
I say we investigate.
Flynn, where are you?
Yeah, it's slow motion. But there's other reasons why you use shot lock too now in this game. Occasionally you'll see like certain spots sparkle and you use a shot lock and your character like instantly flies to it. And also you can change keyblades on the fly. So if I go to my equipment, I have 3 keyblades equipped. Also, you can cook food with Ratatouille. Because Uncle Scrooge has a bistro in Traverse Town. And you can play food cooking minigames. And it's basically Monster Hunter World, if you've ever seen me play that, where you basically eat and you get benefits such as like boosting your stats for a certain limited time. Stuff like that. Your gummy phone hides all your... These are the Mickey emblems you're going to be taking pictures of. But your fucking phone, you have a gummy phone. It's what you saw Sora call earlier. You can take pictures, yeah. But this is basically your gallery. Throughout the world, you're going to see different... You remember how in Batman you were taking pictures or investigating the Riddler trophies, like the question mark and lining up the dots? Imagine that, but with Mickey emblems. So there might be a spot where you got to line up the Mickey head. Yeah, it's basically Batman. See? I forgot all about Batman Arkham with that. Your phone also has a QR scanner. There's mini games that you can play. I've been getting a lot of them via chests, but one of them was a QR code that you scanned in the game with the phone. So you have little Sora mini games based off of Game & Watch style video games. If you ever, I've never played the Game & Watch, but it's basically it's goofy. I'll show you guys later once I'm through the game. But this is basically your glossary, Jiminy's journal, if you will. How many did I miss? Ooh, no. I want Air Combo Plus. Ooh, 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 mmm. Give him that. No. Nah. Let's give you that. Yeah. Aww. Damn it. Goofy, what can I take off here? Alright. This game is badass. Woo! Woo! So I'll show you one of the other Keyblade forms once I start fighting. This one becomes a shield that you can start launching at people. This one, basically your magic Keyblade. I think this is your magical Keyblade. Yeah. Turns into guns, basically. It's the double arrow guns you saw in the gameplay trailer. Hyper Hammer and Drill Punch. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to show that off because this is new and I want it. So let's first show you once I start fighting. Then I'll swap to the other.
We'll find some ingredients around here.
Oh, ingredients. Nice. Bay leaves? We found a Pokemon.
Just imagine the yummy stuff little chef will whip up with this.
Yeah, you find little ingredients that you can start cooking with. Oh. As you attack Heartless, you'll notice a meter appearing. Here we go. Now we have basically a shield, essentially. Also, these. Don't forget about the rides. Yeah, you summon an assortment of rides. Like a boat, teacups, that thing, that. There we go. There's another minigame. You'll see a bunch of the rides happen. Also, triangle commands aren't a major thing like they were in 2, so don't go expecting to do a bunch of triangle commands. However, as certain actions happen in battle, you'll notice, like, if I hit triangle here, I'll summon a ride, such as this. It won't... Oh, shit. Well, rip.
I couldn't have come this way.
Well, at least he got away safe, right?
Huh? Hey, now Sora's gone too.
This way, guys! It's a secret passage! Oh.
How you doing? The name's Flynn Rider. How's your day going? Huh?
Who else knows my location, Flynn Rider?
All right, hang on, Blondie.
Rapunzel.
Gesundheit. Here's the deal. I was in a situation gallivanting through the forest when I stumbled upon a... Oh? Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. Where is my satchel?
I've hidden it. Somewhere you'll never find it. So, what do you want with my hair? To cut it?
Huh?
Sell it?
No!
Wait, you don't want my hair?
Why on earth would I want your hair? Look, I was being chased, I saw a tower, I climbed it, okay? End of story.
Hmm?
Huh?
Okay, Flynn Rider. I'm prepared to offer you a deal.
A deal?
Look this way. Do you know what these are?
You mean the lantern thing they do for the princess?
Lanterns? I knew they weren't stars. Well, tomorrow evening, they will light the night sky with these lanterns. You will act as my guide, take me to these lanterns, and return me home safely. Then, and only then, will I return your satchel to you. That is my deal.
Yeah, no can do. Unfortunately, the kingdom and I aren't exactly simpatico at the moment, so I won't be taking you anywhere.
Something brought you here, Flynn Rider. Call it what you will, fate, destiny. So I have made the decision to trust you.
A horrible decision, really.
I am serious.
Oh! Let me get this straight. I take you to see the lanterns, bring you back home, then you give me back my satchel?
I promise. And when I promise something, I never, ever break that promise. Ever.
Oh, what to do? I cannot let her find that tiara. Okay, just think. I need the satchel, and Blondie has it. There might be more monsters out there. I've got it! The 3 guys in the funny outfits. They look tough enough to come in handy. All right, fine. I'll take you. But on one condition. My 3 sidekicks come along.
Look at that! A tower! Let's check it out!
Is that the name of the chameleon? I wasn't even meaning to go this way. Whoops. I'll, can we go back?
Come on, Sora. Let's go see the tower.
Tower!
Wonder who put a tower here.
Let's go find out.
This world is as beautiful as Olympus. Jeez. Oh, hello, Heartless. Oh, yeah. Oh, Kushina from Naruto? Oh, yes, with the hair. I'm surprised I didn't think of Kushina from Naruto. So Donald and Goofy also have specific attacks that they do, as long as I'm close to them. Okay. What, no Heartless? I just transformed. Aha! Come here, you. I have a giant hammer. God damn it. Oh, that's right, she does have a frying pan. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've watched Naruto.
It's so soft. I'm free. I'm really free.
Oh. Flynn! Good to see you in one piece.
Huh? Guys! You're here and just in time.
Hmm? Oh, who's she?
That would be Rapunzel. Something tells me this could be her first time outdoors. Give her a few minutes to get used to it.
First time ever?
I can't believe I did this! I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this! Mother would be so furious if she knew I disobeyed her and left the tower. But that's okay, I mean, what she doesn't know won't kill her. Right? No. Oh my gosh. This would kill her. This is so fun! I am a horrible daughter. I'm going back. I am never going back! I am a despicable human being. Best day ever!
I notice you seem a little at war with yourself here.
A little more than a little.
More not a lot.
Yeah.
Stop right there! Who are you?
Oh.
I told you before, my sidekicks.
Sidekicks?
May I introduce,
Oh, my name's Sora.
And I'm Goofy. Pleasure, ma'am.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy. It's nice to meet you too. I'm Rapunzel.
Yep, my sidekicks. Hey.
Since when is that?
Look, she really wants to see the lantern show tomorrow night. Now, I'm a nice guy, so I've decided to help her. Only problem is those monsters might show up again. I can get her to the kingdom, but you guys are clearly more cut out for combat.
That's because we're heroes.
Uh-huh.
And we're heartless experts.
Yeah!
Just leave it to us.
Done.
Rapunzel is interested.
Yeah, her heart's pulling her all kinds of ways.
The outside world must seem so big and scary. I know how she feels. Lucky for me, you two came along at just the right time. And the rest has been unforgettable. Yep, unforgettable. Just like your face.
Come on now.
All for one and one for all.
Oh god, did I neglect to what? Watch out, Rapunzel will start yelling frying pan attack. I also neglected to mention that you get up to 5 party members now. So you no longer have to swap out Donald or Goofy for Disney characters. They're with you. I'm sure you saw that with Buzz and Woody, but you get 5 people now. Also, I feel like I'm watching the movie with how awesome the graphics in this look now. This is even better than Point 2, and that game looked... Cutscenes for that game looked honestly jarring compared to what I'm used to with Kingdom Hearts, but this looks amazing. The moment I opened this game and got into the first world, which was Olympus, it was magic. And I love what they did with Olympus Coliseum. That world is fucking huge.
Hope we find some ingredients around here.
Also, they made me happy with what I wanted for so long with Olympus Coliseum. It's not even called Olympus Coliseum anymore, it's just called Olympus now. But they made me happy with that world because I've been wanting it for so long and they finally introduced them. The boss fight in that was amazing. It didn't even feel like a gimmick fight, it felt like a straight up honest fight. Unlike some Kingdom Hearts 2 bosses, cough cough Hydra. Then again, Kingdom Hearts 2 is full of a lot of gimmicky triangle to win button styled fights. This game doesn't have triangle to win when it comes to certain things. You don't gotta like press triangle to cut off a head or, you know, specifically beat an enemy in a certain way or block attacks. It's the same Kingdom Hearts as always. But there are attacks that Triangle will activate, such as Donald or Goofy's attacks, your Keyblade transformations, and what the hell? Is that a Flynn wanted poster?
The outside world is even better than I dreamed.
Like, same with, like, when you battle Jafar in Kingdom Hearts 2, you hit him a bit, weaken a certain part of his body, and then you hit Triangle to spin him around and then do some massive damage. There are some points that you can do some massive damage to certain bosses, but it's if you're close enough or if you're coming from the air. And that's not always. Like with Jafar, you repeated that tactic over and over again. And so far, I've liked pretty much every boss I fought. Some are kind of meh. Like that spaceship wasn't the best, but it was still better than what Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, a lot of 1 and 2's bosses. Like I said to myself at the beginning of this stream, it's gonna be hard to go back to playing some of the older Kingdom Hearts. So, I'm looking around, man. I want to go into your tower. I'm looking around. Oh. Ah, there we go.
Oh my gosh!
What? I can climb your building, yeah. Woo! Yeah, Sora can somehow learn how to freaking wall. This is definitely just Naruto. Sora's become Naruto. And this is one of the aerial that I mentioned. Because occasionally when you're doing that, you'll see an X command come up to do an aerial attack. Slow motion. which is a little different in this game. You can't just go crazy with it like you could in Dream Drop Distance. That was when it was first introduced and you were all you bounce around all over the place. However, grinding rails and things is back. Oh, is there? Where? Thank you, Goofy. I would not have noticed. Wait.
Let's see.
Is that it right there? No, it can't be right. The closest thing I've seen yet.
You missed me. Get it? Missed?
Oh, shut it. Yeah, I get it. That has to be it. That's the closest thing to a Mickey.
Let's see.
I can't believe how wonderful this is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's cold.
Mushroom guys? You mean the Mushroom Organization members that you do specific fights with? I haven't encountered any of those yet. I haven't even encountered a single Mushroom Heartless in general. What is this thing? I really am blind.
It's like the world goes on forever.
What have you got there?
It's a camera. What of it?
Cheese.
Right in his face. Yeah, no, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I really hope not. Where is this? Goofy stated it. Oh, I was standing on it. Oh my god, I'm dumb as hell. How was I supposed to? I did not see that. I blindly did not see this at all. It is right underneath me that whole damn time.
The outside world is even better than I dreamed.
How am I supposed to get it though? Ah! I can't look further enough down. Now I can. Ah, because you have to be aiming it at yourself. That's why you can't look that far down. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. I was busy standing on it. I mean, come on, look how close up it is. I didn't even notice. All I saw was this big rock. I didn't notice the ear boulders next to it. It's not that funny. Like I said, I'm blind. This is why searching for me in video games is not a thing I'm good at. Because I have very bad perception. I don't need to explain myself. I feel quite salty now.
I can't believe how wonderful this is.
Can't believe how dead this is. Eel? Eel. Another water potion. Whoa.
Look! What is that? It's so fluffy! Huh.
Heartless! Rapunzel, take cover!
All right. I hate to say it, but I'm letting you out of this deal.
What?
It's way too scary out here. Let's just turn around and take you home.
No! I am seeing those lanterns.
No, come on!
Rapunzel?
It's okay. I'm not afraid to face them.
Be careful, Rapunzel.
Hey, I'm trying to take a picture.
Let's see.
No.
Look, they made a tower.
Let's see.
Would you let me take the picture? I think that might be one of the picture thingies, but I could be wrong.
Let's see.
I don't know. It said something in one of my picture things. The Moogles thing said something about Fluffy. So I'm taking it. Why are you on a barrel? Ooh. Well, you get to see this in action more. Again? I'm good. I want to experience more hammer! Here's Goofy's, one of Goofy's attacks. Whoppa! And Donald uses his flare, you know. His fireworks. Oh my god. Drill punch? Oh my god. Oh my god, you transform again? Most triangle commands for that was a finisher. But it transforms again. Neat. How does this become a hammer and a drill is beyond me. Keyblades really are magical. And now there's two of them. Lovely. Tangle twist? And now a claw. Okay, Rapunzel, where are you? God damn it, Rapunzel. Get me out of this. I don't want this. Where are you? Stop swinging. Lord Almighty. That Goofy finish, though.
Rapunzel? Rapunzel!
Missing someone?
Who's there?
She's such a precious gift. Allow me to assist you in getting her back.
Marluxia? He was never shown in any of the game, and he was never shown in Dream Drop coming back. No, it's Rose. It's Super Saiyan Rose Goku. Yeah. Goku Black, huh? He was never shown to come back. Okay, I know all the organization members came back when you defeated their nobody in Heartless. I know Axel came back as Lee, Enzo came back, Saïx came back. Well, Ienzo came back, Zexion rather. But now they're in their human form while retaining their nobody-esque bodies. But Marluxia was not shown. I knew he'd be back the moment Dream Drop Distance started showing off all the previous dead, defeated organization members. Because I know Saïx is part of... Saïx and Xigbar are part of Xehanort's 13 Heartless... or 13 Xehanort army. Does that mean... Because there was also some cloaked figures at the ending cutscene when Xehanort was trying to take over Sora's body. I'm assuming Marluxia is one of them now. And not just a traitor like he was in Chain of Memories. Huh. Alrighty then. Marluxia has returned. He looks more flowery than he did before. Super Saiyan Rose Goku meets Byakuya Kuchiki. Except with a scythe.
I can't believe how wonderful this is.
If I could just convince her to... Huh? Oh, don't...
I was expecting young Xehanort. But then again, I recognized that that wasn't his voice. Goes to show how often I've only played Rechain once, so I don't remember Marluxia's voice, and it could have changed. A lot of voices have changed. Which I can't think of any off the top of my head, but... I know they've gotten some new actors. Oh god, no. Not another Heartless minigame. No, I'm good on that. You want to see that? You can watch my last episode. Okay, we're just running around in the same way. Yeah, there was one I did in the toy box, which involved Flan. Basically, Heartless Flan. A Flan is an enemy from Final Fantasy, so it's basically that. And it's basically like stacking them on top of each other like one gigantic scoop of ice cream on top of each other. Without bumping into things to knock them off. Corona, eh? Let's get drunk! Ooh, fancy. Fancy! That's a fancy looking Heartless. And she froze him. You better let it go. I'm not there yet. Yeah, take that, Rapunzel's horse. How do you like my freaking chariot? Whoa! What did I flow motion off of? Goofy, come here. Kingdom Hearts. They should buy it at GameStop. Yeah, exactly. Just
like
buy
the
it.
world goes on forever.
They got pretty... GameStop has a lot of heartless people there. You can always sacrifice them for it. Bazing. Alright, so we're gonna swap out you for Shooting Star because you haven't seen it yet.
Dandelions! Look! Oh! Watch! Oh yeah, I thought that might work. But I wish there was a way to make more fly at once.
I mean, I don't have arrow.
There must be something I can do to blow them into the air.
I don't have arrow. And unless that works the same way as it did before, I don't think that would make a difference. It's not. In some Kingdom Hearts games, arrows and attack. The main franchise, the main numbered ones, it was always a defensive maneuver. What? 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 What am I missing here?
Sora, scatter the ones over there.
How exactly?
Let's see. Where are the most dandelions?
Don't know.
Do we have to go?
No.
I want to see what's at the top of that hill.
Jesus, you naggy.
Wait!
No.
Look at all this water.
Jesus, shut up.
Oh, it's so refreshing. You have to
Wow, what a bitch.
See? It feels nice.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Over here.
What a nag.
Come join me.
I'm in here?
Come join me.
Okay. NPC babble. That would make them fly? That would burn them.
Come join me. All right.
Here's a dandelion thingy. I don't think magic will work, but I can try, I guess. Wouldn't hurt. But again, I didn't see any areas with a lot of dandelions. How does that work without you getting literally tangled?
I never imagined the forest would be so big. The outside world is even better than I dreamed.
That looks like so much fun! God, I love water rides.
So, did you think of any good ideas? If only we had a big gust of wind.
If only.
See?
Yeah, I'm running around, creating wind. Huh. Why is there a patch that's able to be highlighted? Burn! Water? Fire. Ice. Yeah, well, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Huh. Can't flow motion off that?
Do we have to go?
I don't have any wind powers. I don't have anything that can do that.
Rabbit!
Oh. What? Not an actual cutscene.
Oh no! You're not picking on these rabbits.
Got to get me one of these.
Try this! See ya! Take this!
Ow. Your enemies have wind. I don't think that's it, though. I don't...
Don't worry. It's safe now. Oh, maybe they want to show us something. Let's follow them.
It wouldn't be something like that. It'd be either magic-based or something with the story.
Where do you think the rabbits went?
And I don't.
I think they want us to have this. Thank you.
I have arrow, though. So we can try that. It's either magic-based or story-based, so we can try arrow. I didn't even know I had arrow. I don't remember it telling me I had arrow, but let's try it. But no, I don't have any keyblades that use magic specifically. I'm the one who cast it.
Gosh! So, did you think of any good ideas?
Oh yeah.
Back off!
Should have realized I had arrow.
They're just like the floating lights.
Also, is that a spell now? It's an attack now. Interesting. I mean, it's been an attack in other games. just Kingdom Hearts 1. It is not. No Mickey thingies?
Whoa! We're ready to go!
I like it. I'm happy I get to use Disney characters again and not have to switch out my main teammates, because aside from the first time I play a game, I never use Disney characters anymore. Unless there's a reason for it. I know in Chain of Memories, Aladdin gives you a ton of fucking card points. But he's basically a necessity. Alright, I'm gonna switch back out to the Kingdom Key. Because that was one of the keys I grinded. And plus I like its boost form. It's so weird not seeing you in the jungle, but then again, that world, Tarzan's world will never be a thing. And I'm just so used to seeing you there because that's where you showed up. That and Olympus Coliseum. But everything's there. I guess this is kind of the closest thing it's going to be to a jungle. But this is more like a forest. But I think it isn't a jungle, like a giant forest. Ah! Dropping tobacco everywhere.
Okay, that's suspicious.
Oh, Rapunzel?
Don't worry. I know to be careful around flowers now.
Whatever it is, it's not normal. I'll take a look.
Watch it.
No. Huh. We're all clear. These guys, they're nobodies.
Mother said the outside world would be full of ruffians and thugs.
Those are ruffians. Those are, I don't know.
Rapunzel, Flynn, stay back.
No, I want to help you fight.
I know, but I'm afraid you can't hurt these guys with a frying pan. Trust me on this. Flynn, could you explain?
No problem. Knowing when to flee is one of my specialties. Come on, Rapunzel. Gotta go.
But...
Look, I want to stay and slug it out too, but my sidekicks have it covered.
All right. Please be careful, Sora.
Of course there had to be nobodies.
Gorge, we've never seen this kind before.
Yeah, don't you recognize that scythe? Oh wait, I forgot. Chain of memories. You forgot. What was I gonna say? Yeah, don't you reckon? Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm curious about his reaction to Marluxia, considering he doesn't remember him. But then again, Axel had a scene earlier when he was staring into Kairi and somehow was remembering Xion. To the point where he cried because she looks exactly like Xion, when technically Xion looks like her. Point taken, though. Plot points that should not make any goddamn sense, such as Xion still somehow being a thing that people remember. Expect Roxas and Xion's return in some form, which is dumb, because what's the point of making characters who are meant to be returned to where they originally came from? Roxas is part of Sora and needed to return to Sora in order for him to awaken. Same with Xion. Xion needed to be defeated in order for Roxas not to lose his powers, but that was all a setup and a failsafe by Xemnas in case Roxas failed, in which he kind of was. So in the end, Xion was stronger than Roxas because she was siphoning his powers. But yeah, in the beginning of the game, Axel had a brief moment where he remembered Xion.
You know who uses nobodies?
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't seen him. I know you're there. Come out, you has-beens.
Has-beens? Now why would you say that?
Because bossing around nobodies? That's the old organization. Why? Are you in the real one too? Good for you.
My name is Marluxia, and yes, that is correct. How interesting it is to see you again, Sora.
Again? You know him?
A shame you've no memory of me, because I remember you exceedingly well. Although, it's those memories I'd soon erase.
I don't know what you're saying.
Nor should you. Nor will you ever, for that matter. Now, if you'll permit me, I've come to ask a favor.
Favor? You have got to be kidding me.
Please hear what I have to say. I'm sure you've noticed. Well, perhaps not. But you should know that maiden with you, Rapunzel, is the very light of this world. I would see you guard her from its dark horrors.
Huh? Starting with you, right?
All the organization seeks is balance. You must understand, our ultimate objective is not to clash with the light. We seek to complement it. Use that Keyblade to keep Rapunzel safe.
Rapunzel's light. Oh. Hey, where did they go?
I guess they must have run on ahead.
Then we'd better go find them. I really don't like what that guy said.
Indeed.
Yeah, we'd better find Rapunzel before he does.
Complementing the light, that's not the first time they said this. Xehanort stated this. That without light, or without darkness, light... Well, yeah, without light, darkness doesn't exist, and vice versa. Within the light, there is always the strongest darkness. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. Basically, same thing. Also, I did not expect Marluxia to literally stay to protect Rapunzel. Also, if he's part of the real organization, he doesn't have Xehanort's orange glowing eyes. So right now, I guess he's not one of Xehanort's? A Xehanort? I know Xigbar is. Xigbar has that golden eye. Marluxia does not. I'm just surprised because I know he was planning a coup d'etat by using Sora to take down Xemnas and Chain of Memories. That was his whole purpose. Him and Larxene. Oh shit. Is Larxene gonna make a return? She should be revived. Thing is though, they never introduced the characters Heartless. I still want to see what they look like as a Heartless. The only Heartless you see is Xehanort's, Ansem. I guess they're all just random. Considering Ansem, the only reason why he's a human-esque Heartless is because he gave up his heart willingly and he had a strong conviction and character. Otherwise, most people who lose their heart to the darkness just become a normal, basic Heartless in different forms. Sora became a Shadow. And he's no different than Xehanort, who gave up his heart willingly to rescue Kairi. But then technically he also had two hearts within him, his own and Ventus's. So I don't know. I don't know. He probably can. It's Xehanort. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It doesn't seem like he's all that bad, though, aside maybe having some hatred for Sora for defeating him, but he doesn't seem all that bad. Because the organization does not give two fucking shits. In fact, what they want most is the character to fall to prey to the darkness. To keep her safe. He obviously has his own motives, then. But he just straight up stated that he was part of the real organization. Unless that's part of Xehanort's and young Xehanort's plan. To snuff out all the light, otherwise the dark would be gone. Ironically enough. Which is not the case, because less light equals more dark, in fact. Yeah, you have shadow in the light, but if you take out all the light, then everything's dark. But Xehanort literally stated in Birth by Sleep that in order for a pure balance, you need both dark and light. At least this game is not as cheesy as it once was. It can be pretty serious, and the voice acting has improved a great deal. It's definitely not as... It's still cheesy, and it's actually much more funny toned, and I love it. I could never forget your face. I mean, come on now. And for all the people who only play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, yeah, I'm lost as is trying to understand some of this game. They're even more lost. I don't know how people do it. And yet people to this day are still straight up calling all the handheld ones, all the other ones to be spin-offs. The amount of times I see people calling Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, Dream Drop Distance spin-offs. It's like, do you guys not know what a spin-off is? They are vastly important. In fact, some of those games are more important than 1. In fact, 1 has a lot less to do with what the main story really is than some of the other games out there, than these so-called spin-offs.
Hope we find some ingredients around here.
In fact, it actually delves more into the game's lore than 2 does. And 2 introduces a lot. Oh, of course they did. They made the Kingdom Hearts in 1 and 2. The Heart of Worlds and the Heart of Men. Birth by Sleep introduced the real Kingdom Hearts, though. But Still, point stands. 1 and 2 introduced a lot of concepts, but the rest of them had even more concepts being thrown at you, with a lot more lore being thrown at you. They still want to control Kingdom Hearts. Xehanort's plan originally was just to create the X-Blade. But Kingdom Hearts is just knowledge and power. It's basically any other thing. It contained knowledge and data and power. That's why they seek it. Xehanort's plan is to recreate the Keyblade War, thus making the X-Blade. And with the X-Blade, the real Kingdom Hearts will come out, and then he can take that power for himself. Organization's real goal was not to create hearts.
I wonder where they went.
Don't worry, they couldn't have gotten too far.
It's just time to stop and talk.
Hey, blame the has-been, not me.
I think you mean Marluxia. I bet that's the name the has-been would prefer.
Hello? Rapunzel? Flynn?
Excuse me, good travelers. Do you know Rapunzel?
Yeah, sort of.
Why?
My apologies. I'm Rapunzel's mother. The poor child left home without a word, and I've just been worried sick. Please tell me, where is my dear, sweet girl?
We'd tell you, but we lost her.
By accident.
We could look together.
Lost her? You're of no use to me. I'll find her myself.
She ran away from home?
What if Marluxia was onto something back there?
You trust Organization 13?
What? No, of course not. But what if?
I agree. Why is Rapunzel in danger? And what darkness is after her?
Well, guys, the first step is to find her.
I hope Rapunzel's okay.
That's right. I was more concerned with what the organization is and why they are freaking assholes to anyone who could easily be seemingly someone they could use, that I completely forgot about Rapunzel's mother. Just like with most villains of each game, they fall prey to the darkness and become a usable pawn. I would not doubt that I have to fight something from the mother in some way, or at least some type of evil that she summons or becomes. Because I remember in Birth by Sleep, Cinderella's step family summoned a heartless or a unversed to battle Ventus, or Aqua rather, to battle Aqua, and then fell prey to it. You're back? When did you leave?
Please be alright.
Well, I'm gonna get off here because it's going on 12:30. I started really late, but I'm gonna need sleep. I need to get up tomorrow, and it's gonna be really cold in the morning. So I need to make sure my car can actually open. I don't need my car frozen shut. I need to get up early. I need to make sure I'm not late, because I was late the other day at work. And I need to get some rest. I'm very tired. I'll be on tomorrow, hopefully earlier. I'm sorry, did the voice and did the volume seem okay? I'm hoping it's okay. I'm sorry for the stuttering that you normally see. I don't know what OBS is doing. It's been happening ever since my computer and OBS's current update. Windows 10 and the update for OBS seem to make everything worse. I just hope both the volumes are okay though. Game commentary and my voice, I'm hoping it's on point. I'm hoping the game's not too loud. I'm hoping I'm not too loud. I haven't really gotten many people who joined for Kingdom Hearts, so I appreciate it. But the stuttering just annoys me. I'm sure it probably annoys you. You guys. I may fumble around with my layout again. I may get rid of some of it. Okay, it's perfect for you, then I'll keep it at this level. You'll see what I mean if you go watch some of my first video. There's a lot of staticky sounds coming out of being picked up from my mic. I'm trying to make sure that's not too bad of a thing. I'm trying to get rid of that. I'm trying to get rid of this stutter. I don't know what's causing it. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. My usual time, hopefully. I'm going to try to come home. I'm going to do some highlighting on Birth by Sleep because I got to get some of those videos highlighted and released on YouTube because I already have them. I just don't want a whole 13, 14-hour stream so people can just binge watch, 2-hour parts at their leisure and not binge watch an entire half a day's stream. So I'm going to get those going. All of my Recoded stream is up on YouTube if you want to go check that out. My other parts are all on YouTube if you want to check out my Kingdom Hearts parts. They're also on Twitch. Feel free to enjoy. I'm also going to make sure my first parts of Kingdom Hearts 3 start playing here pretty soon, so you can probably enjoy that. Because I got to get those posted onto Twitch. Nice. Well, enjoy your charging controller. I will get things going with my first 2 parts on Twitch. And that way you can watch the replay if I'm able to play it here. Take care. This is very weird.